Hey folks, this is Gary from the Messy Garage. We're not in the Messy Garage right now. Basically, I'm working a little late tonight. A lot of people going to bed, but uh, I'm working on this little number right here. Just finished pouring the final flood coat on it. As you can see, it's turning out really nice. But anyway, just wanted to show you something, a little tent frame that I saw Mike do it on Stone Coast countertop video. But anyway, this is the frame that I built. I'm going to made it out of PVC pipe. I'm going to show you how to do kind of the same thing for an in-place pour. Okay? Okay guys, next day, you're doing an in-place pour. Okay, a lot of people do that. Okay, most of the time I prefer to do off-site, bring it in, but sometimes you just do an in-place pour. Okay, well and I'm going to show you how to tint that. But before I do that, let's get into some of the issues that I see all the time. First issue, of course, is bugs. Next issue is dust. The last issue, or not the last issue, but the other main issue is divots. Now, getting into divots, a lot of times divots are caused, especially with in-place pours, is because of airflow. Now, if you don't know, you need to shut off your air vents. There's one right above us, okay? And most rooms have it, most kitchens have them. You got to close them off. But the problem with just closing them off is that air vents are not airtight. So you're still going to get a lot of airflow, air leakage is going to come through the vents anyway. And a lot of times, just that constant pressure of several hours before your epoxy sets up, you're going to end up with a divot in a few spots. Okay, now divots are caused by other things, but that's one of the main reasons for divots. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to minimize that. The other thing, of course, is dust. What I like to do when I go into a house, first thing I go into the house to do is, when I do an in-place pour, is I immediately set up a HEPA air filter. Now I have one that I've had for a while, and I use it every time I come in. As soon as I walk in, I turn it on. Even before I start setting up, before I start laying plastic, before I start protecting the place, I start the cleaning, the dust, and that will help minimize the amount of dust you have in the air. Okay, if you don't have one, I'm going to put one down in the link below. They're not expensive, extremely expensive. They're about $100. So get you one, get you two, and just start cleaning the air in the kitchen area or wherever it is that you're going to pour. All right. Then of course the last one is bugs. You got mosquitoes, you got flies, you got gnats everywhere, especially here in Texas this time of the year. You got June bugs. So you don't want to create a Jurassic Park situation where you have a bug that's encased forever. Otherwise, you're gonna have to sand it down. So what I'm going to show you is how to tint an in-place pour so that you can cut down a lot of these issues. Okay, what you're going to need is you're going to need some PVC. Now this is 3/4 inch. You can get it in 1/2 inch and 1 inch. I don't like using 1/2 inch because it's a little flimsy. It flexes a lot. The 3/4 inch doesn't really flex that much, so, especially at the longer lengths. So 3/4 inch is probably the most you want to go with. 1 inch, you're going to start raising the cost. But anyway, what you can do is you can run down to Home Depot or Lowe's, pick you up a 10-foot section. They're less than $2 for a 10-foot section, and you can use and reuse these a lot. I've cut several lengths of different lengths. I have a 2-footer, okay. I have a 3-footer, and I have a 4-footer, and then I have some that are a little bit longer for longer length, okay. Then the other thing you can pick up at Lowe's or Home Depot are these fittings right here. Okay, this is an elbow fitting, this is a T fitting, and this is a straight coupler. You may not use these in every pour, but they will come in handy if you have a few of those handy. I have a box full right here. As you can see, there's a bunch of these fittings that I use and reuse. So pick you up some of those. The other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need these fittings. Now you can't buy these at Home Depot or Lowe's. This is a 4-way T. As you can see, it's shaped slightly differently than the regular T. Has an extra hole, and then you have what they call the corner ones. This right here, as you can see, it's made for making corners. So you can pick up some of these. I'll leave description. I'll leave you in the description below. I'll leave some links to where you can pick some of those up. I get them in the 3/4 size to fit my PVC. And then the last thing you're going to need are what I call these command strips. These are it's stuff that you can use to secure stuff to the wall without damaging the wall. And anyway, let's set up a tent. Okay. Now first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna push this on, connect it up. Then you're gonna get yourself a 3-foot section. Now this is a 4-foot section because you want it to be above, considerable distance above the counter, because you don't want your plastic to sag down, your tent to sag down and touch the corner, especially when it's wet. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the 4-foot section and then a 3-foot section for the same reason. You want to space it away. You make your corner. Then what you're going to do is actually what I'm going to do is do it this way. So I'm going to start on that end, okay, and then I'm going to take my my T, all right. I'm going to put it on this end. And this is where you're going to start putting the command strips on. What you do is you take your command strip, you just stick it on the end of the T. You take the other part off as well. Put it on that first. Okay. And that's what you're going to use to stick to the wall. All right. So now it's somewhat secure. Okay, it's not going to slip and fall, and that's what you want. Now you don't have to go all the way to the wall because you're going to use the tape to tape to the wall. Use some blue tape to tape your plastic to the wall over here, so you can leave yourself a bit of space. All right. Then you take your next section. Okay, I'm going to grab a longer section right here. Then you're going to use this piece right here on a 4-foot section. Connect that up. Then you're going to get yourself a 3-foot section, of course, and a T. Get another command strip. Put it across there like that. Okay, and as you can see, you now have yourself a nice little tent area. And then you're going to go with one more corner. Okay, since you don't need as much, I'm just going to use a 2-foot section to connect it up right there. And then one last T on the end of a 3-footer. I'm not going to put a command strip on that, but you can see if you don't put a command strip or somehow secure that, you can secure it with tape. I like to use command strips because it makes it a little bit easier later on to take them off. But see, so now I have a framework for a tent. So now all I got to do is get my plastic. This is after you've done your final pour, your final clear coat. You want to protect it from air currents, bugs, dust. You just take your plastic, drape it across, tape it over here, and now you've got a tent over your in-place pour. All right? I hope that helps, guys. Like I said, the links in the description below, there'll be some links to some of these parts so that you can get them, especially the air filters and these little corners and specialty items. So Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Okay, one other thing I forgot to mention. If you're, to prevent the plastic when you're draping it across the frame, to prevent it from sagging down and touching your surface, what you can do is along the frame is take small pieces of double-sided tape. You can buy that at Walmart as well. Some, for frames, for hanging on the wall. Some double-sided tape, or you can use the command strips. Just stick them, in various places along the frame, and then as you drape the plastic over it, then you basically stick the plastic to the framework using that double-sided tape. Anyway, I hope that helps, and see you on the other side. So if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell so that you can get notified about new videos. If you got any questions, just leave them in the comments below. So from the Messy Garage, it's Gary signing off. Having a great day.